with another video. This is going to be my episode 9 of WWE Off the Mic. First 8 episodes have gone really well. I thank everyone for the support and helping me grow the channel over the last couple months. I'll leave my Twitter and Facebook links in the description so you can follow me and like me on there. And tomorrow obviously is my Monday Night Raw review, but for today I've got quite a bit of news, so obviously I'm going to share that with you guys now. But yeah, just again, whenever I ask someone to subscribe or leave a like if they enjoyed the video, and you do it, it does mean a lot. So it's not, I don't just see someone subscribe and it's like, oh, okay, well, I always try and message people back and things like that. So yeah, the first bit of news I wanted to get to in the video though is Kurt Angle. There's been obviously a lot of fans, including me, who would love to see him back at WrestleMania. Well, I'd love to see him back in the WWE full stop, to be honest, guys. I mean, just, when I first started watching wrestling, Kurt Angle had left, but, I've seen a lot of his matches from the past, and he's just, it's Kurt Angle, basically. He's just amazing. So, obviously, I've hoped that he would return to WWE sooner rather than later. Thing is, he has confirmed that he's going to be taking a year out from wrestling, which basically squashes the rumors for WrestleMania 32 and for a return in 2016. If he does return, it'll be in 2017. What the positive news is, though, if he doesn't retire and it is a year out, and then he'll come back for a short period of time and retire then, I think he would return to WWE, put it that way. I don't think he'd go back to TNA or somewhere else. I think it would be to WWE and finish off his career there. The next thing is Goldberg. Obviously, a bit like Kurt Angle, everyone's wanted Goldberg back, which a lot of people wanted Goldberg back in the sense to perhaps face The Undertaker, or have a huge match. But from the latest news I've been reading, it's not likely at all. So I mean, he is one of the least likeliest of all these names. He's one of the least, or the least likeliest to appear at WrestleMania. Because I don't know how you guys feel on this. I wouldn't want Goldberg facing The Undertaker. I'd much rather John Cena or Shane McMahon. I don't want Goldberg versus The Undertaker. I just don't think that's right, for right now. And obviously, I still think there's the potential for Goldberg to come back for one big match in the future, but as for now, I don't see it happening, and there really isn't anyone for him to go against, unless it was against an Undertaker, which I don't think it's going to happen, obviously, like I said. After that, there's obviously tonight, as everyone knows, is the #1 contenders match for the Divas Championship, which is Sasha Banks versus Becky Lynch. I think it's difficult because there's either way it could go. I don't mind. And I think there's a possibility of it going 2 different ways, which is one for Sasha Banks to win, which I'd be over the moon by, and obviously have Charlotte versus Sasha Banks. I mean, the 2 scenarios are Sasha Banks wins tonight and that's the match at WrestleMania, or Charlotte will interfere, or some sort of interference or double count out, and it will be basically they'll include both women, Sasha and Becky, into the main event and making it a triple threat. What I'd want the most for me is a triple threat. I'd love to hear your opinion on this, guys. I just think a triple threat between those three. You know, three superstars of NXT, the three biggest superstars in WWE now. I just think that would be a perfect way for, you know, their development to come up from NXT while they were, you know, competing against each other, and it was really about them. And then at the biggest WrestleMania of all time, you know, it's still being about all three of them, and, you know, no one being able to break away from the pack, and they're just all three have, you know, are still at that level together. Either way, whether it's Sasha and Becky, I pretty much, you know, I think I know who's gonna win, and it just happens to be the person I want to win, which is Sasha Banks. I think she will be crowned Divas Champion at WrestleMania. I think it would be a great, you know, it would be the best stage for Sasha Banks to win the Divas Championship at as well. You know, considering how over she is with the crowd, you know, that would be the perfect place. I also, you know, think that after WrestleMania season, Ric Flair will depart from Charlotte's, you know, side, and Charlotte will go back to being a singles, you know, well, not needing her dad basically, which I'd prefer, because, you know, I just think since she's had Ric Flair with her, she's just done too much. You know, she's turned into Ric Flair too much. It's fine having the traits of, you know, one of the greatest of all time, but, you know, her character doesn't need to be just swamped and like overtook by Ric Flair. You know, that's the thing that's really disappointed me about Charlotte. And I wouldn't say I've lost interest in her, because obviously she's the Divas Champion and she's one of the best, but, you know, it's just made me a bit less interested in watching her. And there's other ways for a heel to win than her dad helping her every match. So that's... Oh, and another match that is obviously not confirmed yet, but is likely to happen at WrestleMania, is Stardust against Stephen Amell, which... who gives a fuck? I honestly don't know what you guys think, if you're excited or not. You know, I'm not, because why? Why would I be? We saw them have a rivalry last year, a feud. So what is a match at WrestleMania really going to do? Who's going to win? Probably Stephen Amell. That, to me, that just does not you know, excite me at all. Thing is, though, obviously, as everyone knows, you know, WrestleMania, and especially this WrestleMania, Vince loves to have a, you know, celebrity compete in some form of, you know, Ronda Rousey got a bit involved last year. You know, they've had Floyd Mayweather, they've, you know, Mike Tyson, all these, you know, greats from whatever their, you know, their sport or, you know, actor or whatever type of business. So that's like, you know, that was obviously going to continue this year, especially since it's the biggest WrestleMania of all time. So, I mean, it's one of those where you're just gonna, you know, basically put the kettle on, have a coffee, not really care too much about the match. So yeah, about that, you know, nothing really there to, you know, excite me. The last thing I wanted to mention was obviously The Undertaker. The Undertaker is, I'm pretty sure all of you know, but if you don't, Undertaker is appearing, you know, on tonight's Monday Night Raw, which is huge, because the last time we saw him, you know, he was with Kane defeating the Wyatts, which, you know, it was a good win at the time, but when you look at how the Wyatts have been booked, it was really a nothing match, a nothing win. So in that sense, you know, I'm probably looking forward to Shane O'Mac versus The Undertaker the most on this year's WrestleMania card, just because, you know, the stipulation, the drama that's going to be involved with it, because I think there's going to be a period of time, whether it comes off or not, guys. That's the big question mark. Is Shane McMahon going to win? If he does, it will have to be by outside interference. Someone help him. If he doesn't, I still think he's going to try and get that outside interference, but The Undertaker win the match. Again, I said this in my last episode. A lot of fans obviously don't believe this will happen now, and I'm not saying it will happen or I believe it will happen. I just wouldn't rule it 100% out of the question that Shane McMahon could potentially, I mean, I wouldn't say, turn fully heel or anything like that, but he could turn against The Undertaker in the sense that The Undertaker becomes Vince McMahon's guy for the match, and Shane, work his way, to get someone to compete for him. I think that's, the closer and closer we get, the less chance of that happening. So I would say give it a couple more weeks, and if nothing, then obviously it will be Shane McMahon versus The Undertaker, and I have it at 85-90% certain that that will be the match. But a lot of fans of over the weekend and the last few days said that if he did manage to get someone to wrestle for him, it could be a Kurt Angle or Goldberg. That's not going to happen, guys. If he does, it will be John Cena, because John Cena has hinted here and there. He's been, he looks in good enough shape to be able to compete at WrestleMania, in the sense that it's John Cena. It's going to be the biggest WrestleMania of all time. Would he be fully healthy? No, but would he be able to go? Yeah. So obviously, don't take that as I think it will be John Cena versus The Undertaker. I'm just not ruling it out as a complete possibility yet, guys. So that's my news. Obviously, that Undertaker and Shane McMahon will probably square off tonight at some point on Monday Night Raw. Or if not that, The Undertaker is certain to appear though. I'm looking forward to the development of the Brock Lesnar Dean Ambrose feud, because no holds bar match at WrestleMania. That's going to be epic. That's going to be. And one other thing, as I'm sure a lot of you are excited about, well, not excited about, but anticipating, is what type of match and who is Bray Wyatt going to face, because I just think Bray Wyatt has just been completely left in the dark of having a spot at the WrestleMania. And the last thing that everyone, including me, wants is Bray Wyatt in the Andre the Giant Memorial. If he's in that, he'll win it. If he's not in it, he'll have a match. It's that simple. He needs to. But I just don't think WWE really care about the Wyatt family, and it's weird because they've shown that they are and were prepared to push Bray Wyatt to the absolute top of the business of the WWE and really make him look amazing. But then 1 week later, they'll make him look like one of the biggest flops, one of the a guy that can go from being a WWE champion to an off the TV guy, not being on Monday Night Raw. That to me is not, that's not going to make you over with a crowd, and that's not going to make you a relevant superstar, basically. So I just, hope they've got a plan for Bray Wyatt, because, he is amazing, and I would like to see him have some gold around his waist in 2016, preferably the WWE World Heavyweight Championship. I don't think he needs to have the Wyatt family thing for years and years, but at this point, there's no breakup in sight or anything like that. So we'll just have to see if they, the last thing I want and everyone wants, just before I end this episode, is the Wyatt family versus Big Show, Ryback. Well, not Ryback now because obviously what happened, but Big Show, Kane, some silly thing like that. If that is at WrestleMania, I would not so much expect, but I would want the crowd to literally get up and walk away from that, because 105,000 people, you got to be kidding me with that. That is not a match worthy of. It's not a match even worthy of WWE superstars anymore. It's been done so much. I would turn off WWE superstars if that came on. Not that I watched that crap show anyway. It's not worthy of SmackDown. It's definitely not worthy of Monday Night Raw, and it's not worth a pay-per-view, and definitely not WrestleMania. So they need to figure something out quickly for Bray Wyatt, something meaningful and something that he'll win, because he needs to win at WrestleMania. So that was my episode. 9 guys of WWE Off the Mic. There wasn't a whole lot of news this weekend. I think after Monday Night Raw and in the next couple of weeks there'll be a lot more updates and news and rumors based on getting closer to WrestleMania. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. As I said at the beginning of the video, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe. I really do appreciate it, guys, and I'll try to get back to everyone who does. And also comment down below, because interacting with you guys it's all good and well doing a video and getting a like on it and someone subscribing, but getting to know that person and having a conversation, whether you agree with an opinion or not, that's what wrestling's about, and that's what I do the videos for. So yeah, hope you guys enjoyed this video and see you soon, guys.